Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha 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 ha.
Hello, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Monday afternoon, March 27th, 2023, here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you change the financial trajectory of your life by teaching you how to successfully currency trade. We do that by introducing you to our highly accurate indicators that have been around for almost a quarter of a century now. And we do that by teaching you how to do it with personalized one-on-one training. So it's a mentorship program. And we are so confident in how well our tools and training work that we back it up by providing a guarantee that once we have trained you, we'll let you trade with company funds and split the profit. So with that, let's jump right into it. We first need to start by listening to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
If you haven't muted yourself, please mute yourself. Because it distracts me and throws me off, and then causes me to have long pauses like this while I try to regain my thought process. One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trades that give you the ability to, one, they're instructional so that you can learn about trading. Two, to help you evaluate if the indicators are really accurate when someone who knows how to read them trades. And we not only have, when you're a light, you get kind of limited access to the live trades, but when you are a member, we do a live trade in the morning at 10 a.m. We do another live trade in the evening at 10 p.m. And then it is also about continuous training, where every Wednesday evening we have an advanced member meeting. And then every Saturday morning we've got a back to the basics session when the market's closed, and we just go through instruction and take questions to help you continue to get better. I like to trade off of a little checklist, helps keep me focused and almost like a little air pilot's chart. First step is to refresh my green charts every day. Does a couple different things. One, it clears up the memory so that kind of operates at peak performance, and two, it picks up any updates that might have gone on. Good trading habit is at the end of every trading day is to take a look at what didn't close the way you wanted it to and try to figure out why. That is a big key to improvement. Is it helps you understand the technique that you're using and see little little nuances in what the setup was when you took it, and start to notice, well, gee, when this happens, when X happens, Y happens, so that you can continue to improve on your trading. And one of the, I love to provide this instruction, but sometimes I am so used to looking at the chart that my brain registers it without me explaining it. So I try to be exceptionally intentional when I am looking at the charts and going over something with you, so that you're hearing everything my mind is thinking as I'm looking at it. We are technical traders. We are trading strictly on the price action, and our indicators are very good at helping us figure out when the move is going to be up or down. And if we know that move is going to be up or down, we can make money off of it. As we are not trading on the news, we still want to know what the news is. That's considered fundamental analysis, so that we can trade around it. And one of the best places to get that news is to go to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks the news down into 3 categories. Yellow is low impact, orange is medium impact, and it's these red high impact items that we want to trade around. And my rule of thumb is I want to be out of a trade 2 hours beforehand, so don't get caught up in the activity, because I found that some of this stuff tends to leak out beforehand. On like Bank of England, Governor Bailey speaks. This one, the leak may not come out beforehand because his speech is controlled. But when they're publishing numbers like inflation or whatnot, those numbers are generated beforehand. And when those numbers are generated beforehand, people can get their hands on them early. So right now, we've got kind of a clean bill of health until tomorrow morning at 4:45 a.m. when Governor Bailey's going to speak again. He just spoke a little earlier. So any trade we take now will be done before 4:45 a.m. So we get clear sailing. So with that, let's take a look at our indicators. The chart that I like to trade off of, and actually let's go back to our little news thing so I can give you a little bit more. We have got a dozen different trade signals, and we're going to create a trade plan for you that suits your kind of risk profile and how you like to trade. My goal is to get 3 or 4 10 pip trades a day, and I am done. My trading day starts with the overnight trade that I send out. So if that trade hits during the middle of the night, I've got 2 trades in my pocket, and I really only need a trade or 2 more during the day, and I've had a good day. If you do 30 pips a day, you will make an exceptional income. I trade off of, as I said, I use the 10-point trade signal. I like to trade off of a 1-hour chart, except when I'm doing the overnight trade. I am trading off of a day chart, and I'm using a modified 10-point signal. I like to be 30 minutes into the chart when I take it. On a 1-hour chart, a trade is worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot tends to be about 11 pips. And I'd like it to look for it to close in about 1 to 3 hours. And basically what I'm trying to do is get all the lines to see a situation where all the lines are going in one direction. And when that happens, I've got a good trade set up.
I'm a bit late. Yeah, same here. Sorry.
You don't need to announce that you're late.
Oh, Michael. I'm so sorry.
You need to mute yourself, or I'm going to have to block you.
Yeah, you need to mute up.
Okay. Let's see here. All right. So the chart I'm going to be trading off of is the Light 6 Major. It's one of the standard charts. It's a composite chart. It is showing us 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1-hour 1 hour chart. And I am going to start with the
Hey, someone seems to be drawing something in the middle there.
All right, I apologize for that. It took me a second to figure out. Huh. All right, I think we should be good here. All right. We are going to start with the middle section of the chart. And this is the majors and minors. The red and green indicator is the major indicator. The black and gray indicator is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. So I am looking for situations where these lines are below the red line and going up, or this horizontal blue line is the overbought line. When the market's overbought, I want a situation where the lines are above the blue line and coming down. So right now we are on the Australian dollar, US dollar. We are more than midway through the channel, and everybody's going up. Euro USD, we are overbought. Majors are starting to come down. Minors are going up. I am looking for situations where all the lines are going in the same direction. So we have nothing there. Pound USD overbought. Everybody's kind of sideways. Majors are starting to turn, but still we don't have a double cross here yet. USD Canadian dollar, we are oversold. Minors are going up. It's really more of a sideways. Majors are going up, but I don't have a cross here, and the cross I'm looking for is the green line to be over the red line. They're touching, but the green line hasn't crossed quite yet, so I don't have the 3 points I'm looking for. Those 3 points are 1, that we're oversold, 2, everybody's going up, and 3, there's the double cross. Other thing I don't like about this is that we're very far from entering the channel on the major. I want the major to be going right in the channel before taking the trade. Dollar Swiss franc, oversold, miners going down, majors are sideways, they're starting to turn, so nothing there yet. And the dollar yen, we just reached the oversold on the majors. It's starting to come back down, but it is kicked sideways. So the red line is on top. I've got the cross, but I don't like the kink in the line where we're going from more steep to less steep. So to me right now, that's telling me it's running out of gas. So I'm gonna hold off. So even though I kind of have 3 points here, I don't like what the major's doing. If I jump up to the TNTs, 2 orange lines are coming down steeply, supporting the sell signal I see here. Dotted blue is going up, supporting the sell signal I see here. So I've got 3 of the 4 telling me sell. I need a minimum of 3 of the 4 to tell me sell. And I've got sideways pressure with red on top, which is worth a point. What makes this pressure sideways is red lines going down, green lines going up. I want the lines either going down or I want the red line on top. I do have the red line on top, so technically I've got 7 points here. But as I said, I don't like the kink in this line, so I'm going to hold off. Steepness of the line matters, and since it's kinking sideways, I'm going to pass. So what I've done is I've cloned this chart and then just created another chart with USD pairs. Euro pound, we're in the middle of the channel. Majors going sideways, minors going down. Australian dollar yen overbought. Majors are still kind of going up. Minors coming down. Got a real weak duck bill here. You can see the bill, and his head isn't very, very big, which tells me there might be a little bit more up to this movement before it comes down. European Canadian dollar oversold. Both majors and minors going up. I've got a double cross on both where the gray's on top, the green's on top. Green line's got a 45-degree steepness to it, which is okay. That's the minimum I look for. Only thing I don't like is that it's so far from going into the channel. I like to catch it. When it looks like what the minors are doing versus the majors down here. 2 orange lines going up. 2 blue lines going down. So all 4 are telling me buy. Which is, all 4 telling me buy. I've got down pressure, but the green line has crossed over the top. So I've got a point here, 3 points here, and 4 points here. But I'm going to hold off on this because of the time of day. Euro Canadian. So right now in Europe, it's 10 p.m. or going on 10 p.m. And it's the end of the trading day here for Canada as it's almost 4 o'clock. On a 1-hour chart, I want to get in. I want to be able to get out of the trade within 3 hours. And because the trading volume is going to slow up, I don't want to get stuck and have to wait till mid-morning. Now, that is different on the overnight trade because I'm trading off of a day chart. I'm expecting that it's going to take 6 hours before it closes. But here we're trading off of a 1-hour chart. in 6 hours, this signal could change. So I don't want to be trading off of this signal and then it be something different. So we're going to pass on this. Australian New Zealand dollar. Majors are halfway through the channel. It looks like they're weakening. Minors are going down. Majors are going up. So we don't have agreement. Pound yen. Overbought, but the majors are going a little bit sideways here. So again, I got the slope on the green line going from more steep to less steep. I want it the other way. I want it to go from less steep to more steep. Kind of like what we're seeing on the minors here. They kink down. So without that kink, I don't like it. And part of it is having the patience to wait till you see the setup that you want. Euro, Australian dollar. Overbought. Everybody's going down. I got the double cross with the red on top and the green on and the black on top. It is the I'm interested in the position of the green line. The green line isn't quite halfway, so that's okay as long as it's a little less than halfway. The thing that's got me a little worried here is the kink. It's going from a little bit more than 45 degrees to less than 45 degrees. This is going back and forth. But the two orange lines going down, supporting the sell. Thick blue going up, supporting the sell. The blue lines are inversely related. I've got weak up pressure that's starting to roll. What makes it weak is the slope of the lines, and that there's a gap between the red and the green line. So this is red lines on top, so that gives me a point. So we've got 7 points here on the euro. AUD. This is an all right time to trade because it's approaching. It's going to be morning in Australia soon. So I want at least one of the pairs to be morning time. So we've got that with the Australian. So the next part of the analysis is to confirm the setup. So to confirm the setup, I'm going to look at the 2 and the 4 hour chart. So let's go over here. Euro sell. Euro AUD. All right, so this is what we were just looking at. And what I want to see on the 2 and the 4 hour chart is that we are over, that we're overbought. So, and my thinking is if we're overbought on the 2 and the 4 hour, eventually it's going to go down. So if for some reason this changes, we will catch it off the 2 hour and the 4 hour. In this case, the 2 and the 4 hour are both, on the 2 hour, everybody's going down. The steepness on this line, on the green line, isn't that great. And on the 4 hour, it's sideways. So we've got the confirmation that this is okay. Once I have the confirmation, the next thing I want to take a look at is what's the trade worth. So unlike the 5 and 1 trade that you take when you're in the introductory program or the trial program, this trade requires us to figure out what it's worth. So I am going to take a clean chart and let's change this to oh, come on, what do I want? I want oh, this is what I want. Euro AUD. So what I'm going to do is I want to look at the candles. I want to know where the support and resistance are. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And if I know that, that allows me to figure out the bands of which I'm going to trade within. Since I want to get in and out right away, I want to know where it tends to stop. So you can see right here, it seemed to stop. Right here, it stopped. Right here, it stopped. So if I were taking a buy trade, which I'm not, I wouldn't go beyond that level. And on a 1 hour chart, these levels tend to be about 30, 40, 50 pips apart. So here it stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here. So that gives me the width of where I want to be. I'm going to open this back up so we can see it a little bit. So we're going from 62.09 to 62. You can see it over here, 62.09 to 62.45. So that's 36 pips between here and here. Then I want to know how much room I have from, come on, to each line. So here, this is 28 pips down and 8 pips up. So 28 pips down, 8 pips up. So the max of my trade is going to be 28 pips. But then I also want to know what the trend is. And for the last week, maybe, we've been sideways, where it's going down a little bit, up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit. Over the last 2 weeks, we've got kind of an uptrend. If I am trading against the trend, I am going to take less pips than I am if I'm trading with the trend, because I don't want to get caught as it's moving up, that all of a sudden I get stopped out. Let's take a look at the signal one more time, and we'll make a decision. We're going to take a 12 pip trade, 12 pip sell on the Euro AUD. So we're going to take a little bit less than half of what's left there. So if you've got your indicators, you can use the simulator, or you can open up your MetaTrader 4. I'm going to go to File. I don't have that chart open. Go to New Chart. It's going to probably be in this third category. So it's going to be Euro AUD, which is right up here. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to make it back to a 1 hour chart. I'm going to close this. And Euro AUD. And we are going to do a sell. Is this the same as what we're looking at here? Yeah, it is. All right. So a sell. Signal is still good. I'm going to go to new order. This is a demo account. It's got 11,000 in it. My lot size is going to be a function of how much I'm trading. So since I've got 11,003, I'm going to take a lot size of 1.13. I'm just moving the decimal spot over 4 spots. I'm going to click market sell. Once I've got the market sell, it's recorded. I am going to right click, go to modify order. Let's go for 13 pips. 13 pips is 130 points. I click this little blue button here. It does the math for me. We're going to go for a 3-to-1. So if we're going for 13 pips, we'll go for 39 pips the other way. 39 pips is 390 points. I just add a 0. I click the little red copy as button. It does the math for me. I drop in, I click modify. And I can see that I've got my stop loss, got my take profit. I'm just trying to think if we should move this up a little bit. I am going to be safer. I'm going to move this up to touch this candle wick. I'm going to touch this candle wick so that there's less risk to it. If you wanted to take more risk, you could maybe come down to about here. Here if you wanted. But given I want to be conservative with everybody, we're going to go here so that we're touching this wick. So we took a sell on the Euro AUD with a take profit of 1.62313, 1.62313, stop loss of 1.62784, 1.62784. Now we're going to change gears. Actually, let me write that down. 1.62313, because I'm going to take this in my account as soon as we're done. 784. We are going to change gears and do the overnight trade. So the overnight trade, I like to wait till it's after 4 o'clock. So it is. We've got 58 minutes left on this hour. And I am looking at the day chart. Ooh, interesting here. I've got, and principally what I am looking at is what the green line is doing. And this green line is telling me sell. I'd like to get a confirmation of this sell by looking at the 12-hour, the 8-hour, and the 4-hour. All three of these are telling me buy. So I don't like that. I usually want the confirmation of the 12 and the 8. Let's take a look at one other thing here. Let's look at what the support and resistance are. Let's carry this out a little bit. So we're kind of in the middle of a channel. Kind of in the middle of a channel. And the echo, I usually don't consider the echo, but the echo is green all across the board, except for on the day. I'm just thinking. This isn't as clear cut. We've got an uptrend. All right, so we've got a line here at 108.041. 1.08041. We are going to take a pending buy. A pending buy, which is a, I'll show you how to take a pending buy, which is, we're going to go to a new order. Remembers my lot size from before. So I'm going to take that 1.13. You'll see when I take this trade, see this margin level? I usually want to keep this around 1,000%. When I take this trade, it's going to bring it a little under 1,000%. Instead of taking a market execution, I'm going to go to pending order. I'm going to go to buy stop. So you can kind of think of it, a buy stop is the bus is going to stop. The bus is going on its way and it's going to stop and pick me up when it gets to the certain spot. And I am going to put it in at 1.08. I'm going to put it at 0.6. The resistance line was at 0.41. This is a couple pips above it so that we don't get a little peak over. And we're going to take 11 pips, 1.08. 11 pips is going to make it 17. So I'm adding 11 to this 0.6, and then I hate doing the math backwards. It's going to be 1.07. So we take 6 pips away, and 6 pips and 30. It's going to be 107. 107.9. No, 107.7. 30 pips. It's 36 pips is close enough. So when it gets up to here, it'll kick in. So what I'm saying, by looking back at this, the 12, the 8, the 4 are all telling me up. And even here, the green line is slightly up, even though this is telling me down. We're trading into an uptrend. I don't want to take, this may be good for 10 pips down, 11 pips down, but I just don't want to take the risk given what I'm seeing here. So when this starts to move after the hour, I'm guessing this is going to kink flatter or even kink up. So if it does that, we're gonna ride the up move it once it breaks that resistance level. If the trade doesn't close by morning, by 6 in the morning, go ahead and close the trade. So we're gonna take what is that? Write it down here. We're taking a pending buy stop. With a entry price at 1.08060, a take profit of 1.08170, and a stop loss of 1.07700. And now let's take a look at what we've got on the pound yen. All right, clear buy, starts to turn at the 4 hour. Very nice steepness on the green line here. Good steepness on the 12 hour here. Starting to soften up on the 8 hour, and then you can see it's rolling on the 4 hour. But this is worth 22 pips. So let's just go ahead and take it while we're here. So new order. Oops. Let's open the right chart. New order. It's going to be a market buy. Again, my lot size is based on what I've got in the account. Once it's recorded, I'm going to right click on it, go to modify order. This is going to be for 22 pips. 22 pips is 220 points. I click the little green button. It does the math for me. We're going to use a 3-to-1. 660. I'm using a 3-to-1 because the company doesn't want you really taking trades until you know what you're doing for more than 3-to-1. And at this formula on the pound yen, 22 take profit, 66 stop loss, it works close to 90% of the time. Modify, and we are good. So we've got a market sell on the pound, a market buy on the pound with a take profit of 161.907, and a stop loss of 161.027. Let's see if we've got any comments. Can't hear my voice. All right. Well, I'm not sure what all the chat is, but all right. Thank you for joining me. We're going to do this again tomorrow morning. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. There will be no live trade Thursday because I will be in France, and I'm leaving Wednesday midday. So there will be no overnight setup on Wednesday. On Thursday, we'll see how I'm doing and how I'm set up, whether I can send out an overnight trade setup then. All right, gang, I am so glad that you're able to join me today. And if you need to speak with me, you can get a hold of me at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. Thanks so much, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.